Hey, what's up, people? An interesting note before we start the video which you're about to see for Jack's Back. I shot that video about 3 or 4 days ago. Today, as I'm recording this, it is Friday, March 13th, and I just discovered, thanks to my buddy Rahul Magnifico, that Jack's Back is about to be released on Blu-ray by Scream Factory. So, needless to say, I'm super stoked for that. I'd thought about actually not uploading the video which you're about to see, my Jack's Back review for The Lost, where I talk about lesser known, more obscure movies that I think deserve to be seen, because Jack's Back is about to be found. It's about to find its home, finally, on Blu-ray from the fine folks over at Scream Factory. I'm really excited. I can't wait to check it out. It's going to be awesome. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to upload this video because I'll explain why in the video, because Jack's Back was actually intended to be the inaugural episode to kick off my series, The Lost, but it just didn't happen. And I wanted to get this video out now before Jack's Back is found. And I'm glad to announce that Jack's Back is getting a proper Blu-ray release from the fine folks over at Scream Factory. Really looking forward to it. Can't wait to check it out. Thanks, Scream Factory. You guys rock. Now, enjoy the video. Take care. Hey, what's up, people? Piz out here, and continuing my series, The Lost, in which I discuss lesser known, more obscure movies that I think deserve to be seen. Today I want to talk to you guys about a movie that is very near and dear to my heart, a film that is very special to me. It was actually the film that I had intended to be the inaugural episode of The Lost, which of course it was not, and now I'm finally getting around to talking about it months and months later. But the film that I want to talk to you guys about today is Jack's Back, written and directed by Rowdy Herrington and starring James Spader. I believe the film came out in 1987, I do believe. But I first saw Jack's Back many, many, many years ago on VHS. I'd heard that it was a pretty good movie from various sources. Go to the video store, track it down, and the VHS cover art was pretty much that. It's not exactly this image, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's James Spader staring at you, looking sweaty, disheveled, and confused. And I felt kind of confused myself because, the cover doesn't really tell you what kind of movie Jack's Back is. The title, Jack's Back, not the cleverest title in the world, so I flipped it around to the back of the box, read the synopsis, and basically it said, 100 years ago, Jack the Ripper cut a bloody swath through Whitechapel. Now, 100 years later, someone is emulating those crimes to the T in downtown Los Angeles. So it kind of sounded more or less like a par for the course, late 80s horror, slasher, murder mystery kind of movie. Which was more than fine with me because I like those kind of flicks. So I took it home, popped it in the old VCR, and 90 minutes later I was thoroughly entertained, really taken aback, just really shocked at how good a movie Jack's Back was, and how little, fanfare, how little, how few people had really seen the film, to be perfectly honest with you. So immediately I take to the internet and begin, championing the film. And you guys have heard me talk about it on this channel, and I'm pretty sure on the Sausage Factory in the past, how much I love this movie, how much I've wanted a proper DVD and Blu-ray release for this movie for so long. This is not an official DVD release for the film. This is a bootleg. It's actually not a bad bootleg. It's in widescreen, but it is a bootleg nonetheless. But yeah, and Jack's Back, it's a weird movie. It's an odd movie in a way. And I can totally understand kind of why it's flown under the radio and why it didn't get a big release, back in the day when it was released by Paramount. Because, it's about someone who is committing crimes 100 years after the original Jack the Ripper killings that are inspired by Jack the Ripper. But that's kind of a minor plot point, really. The movie is really about the Westford brothers, both played by James Spader, twins. You have John Westford, who is a young med student working at a free clinic in a bad neighborhood in downtown Los Angeles. He is the all-American boy. And there's an excellent sequence near the beginning of the film where they tell you exactly who this person is in like 2 minutes. They flesh out that character. You like this character immediately. You feel like you know who he is and what he's about. Jack's Back does this in like 2 minutes. It does that much character development. What most films take almost the entirety of the film to develop, Jack's Back does in literally a couple of minutes. The sequence is there's an elderly woman sitting in the waiting room. It's a packed waiting room. Again, it's a free clinic, bad neighborhood. It's packed. She's got a bloody, gaping wound on her hand. John Westford notices that she's in pain. He walks over to her. He starts dressing the wound. He starts asking her questions to kind of take her mind away from the pain. He asks her, tell me about your grandkids. What are the names of your grandkids? So she goes through this big list. She's got lots of grandkids. And he asks her, which is the naughty one? And she goes, ooh, Ricky. And he goes, I could have told you that because I've got a brother named Ricky. And he was the naughty one too. So the conversation continues. At the end, she's feeling better. She thanks him, and he's like, hey, you free Saturday night? Always love that sequence. Great sequence. You know who this person is. He cares. He cares about people. He's a doctor who cares about people. We know that. And that's why we are very shocked and saddened when that character dies. Enter Rick Westford, who took the total opposite path in life, ran with a bad crowd, got in trouble, was given the choice of either military or jail, chose military. He's back in town now trying to find out who killed his brother. Now, I've seen movies where the same actor has played twins in kind of a similar fashion, in kind of a thriller, murder mystery kind of thing. And it comes off ridiculous. It comes off unbelievable. In Jack's Back, it's totally believable, and that is totally to the credit of James Spader. James Spader plays both characters very differently. Very different nuances for Rick than for John. And you accept him as both characters. And you're not constantly reminded that he's the same actor playing two different characters. But, the one character, he's a nice guy because he's got bangs. The other character's got his hair greased back and he's wearing a leather jacket, and he's the bad guy. He's the tough guy. Great acting in this film from James Spader. Great acting. Love James Spader's performance in this film. Love his performance in this film. I love all the characters in the film. Cynthia Gibb is great in the film. There's great dialogue in the movie. Even some of the smaller roles in the film, they have their moments. They have this great dialogue, really fun dialogue from Rowdy Herrington. The film shot almost in this kind of noirish kind of way. Love the music in the film. I just love every aspect of the movie. And the movie balances the plots. You've got the guy emulating Jack the Ripper in the beginning. Then he kind of fades to the back, but we're reminded of him throughout while Rick is, searching for who killed his brother John. And then it all sort of culminates and it all comes back around and we have a really great finale to this film. Great finale to this movie. I love Jack's Back. I love this film. I've tried to champion this movie to the best of my ability. I'm really hoping that sooner rather than later we get a DVD or Blu-ray release, preferably a Blu-ray release of this with some nice special features. Maybe a commentary by Rowdy Herrington talking about the movie would be excellent. Because James Spader's kind of come back into vogue. He was big in the 80s, he kind of went away. Now he's back. He's doing The Blacklist, which, everybody loves The Blacklist. He's going to be Ultron in the next Avengers movie. So hopefully, with the resurgence of James Spader, love for James Spader, we'll get a really nice Blu-ray or DVD release of Jack's Back. Keep your fingers crossed. Mine definitely are. I love this movie. I love this movie so much. Just love everything about it. Just love everything about it. It's criminally underrated, criminally overlooked. Just really love this movie. If you've seen Jack's Back, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, take it easy. Peace.